I am here at CIO Summit with Alex Butler. Alex, great to be with you. And congratulations, first of all. You've been recognized for your work in regards of ESG as part of the CIO 100 Industry Awards. So I'd really love to know a little bit more about that.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, it's a great privilege to be recognized for that. So, yes, I think I've been recognized for the work that we've done at Citizens Advice, particularly in our the way that we've embraced new generative AI and AI technologies to really start to help us to scale to the challenge that we've got. So like a lot of charities, we've got rising costs and a huge cost of living crisis. And at the same time, access to funding for our services has fallen. So it's incumbent on people like me in my role to reduce the overall costs of the digital delivery that we do and really start to think innovatively about how we are using those new emerging technologies to support our service delivery. So that's the work that we've been doing, and I'm really chuffed about getting the award.
Thank you. It's a really, really important work. And one of the things I wanted to ask you about, according to a report by the World Bank, women make up less than a third of the workforce in technology-related fields. Now, what do you think the industry can do to address this really unfortunate problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's really disappointing, actually. The 2024, we're still talking about this. I was talking about this when I was the only woman in the room. Thankfully today, lots more women in the room, but not nearly enough. How you address that? Well, on a number of different levels, really. And I think sometimes it's like really small things. I was just saying today, we've got a conference which is aimed at chief information officers, but we've still got quite a lot of merchandise out here that's all aimed for men. Small things like that, they make a difference to people like me because they help me to feel included when I come to this. I think there's a lot of really great work that's happened across all of the industry about creating spaces where this can happen. I was we have a number of kind of women in technology groups where we would get together and we would support each other. But actually, I gather that even those are finding it really difficult to get the funding to continue. It's really, really important that women and, in fact, diverse voices from all parts really have the opportunity to be part of the conversation. So the more that you create spaces that are inclusive, and it's just really interesting how the industry sometimes just defaults to what it knows. I don't think it's a conscious thing always, but it's creating those environments where you don't feel like you're the tick in the box, So yeah, a lot of that, it has been quite a macho culture in the past. Yeah, I think that has changed dramatically. But really, the way to really address this is to start very, very young with children, with young girls and kids at school. And what made a really big difference to me was understanding that technology isn't just about coding. It isn't just about being a computer scientist. I came from a marketing background, and here I am, I'm a CDIO. The technology is a profession that has room for all sorts of people, creative people, analytical people, all sorts. So I would, I think getting in to talk to children at school, really inspiring them and getting them motivated to go, there's always a space for you in this profession. It's a brilliant profession to be in. It's a really, really great profession. So I try and do a lot of that, actually, just try and go and enthuse people and say, just give it a try.
Well, let's hope things get better.
Yeah.
over the next few years. I would also like to talk about IT leadership as well. We run a study, 2024 State of CIO, and 85% believe that the CIO role is becoming a business change maker. I'd love to get your perspective on whether you see that and how you see it developing.
Hasn't it always been a change maker? I mean, the role of the CIO, as I understand it, is very different from what people understand an IT director to be. It's not to be dismissive at all of IT directors, but it is a different kind of role. My focus, I have a brilliant technology team. They get on with it. They do it. My role is to pull away the barriers, to really engage and excite my colleagues, especially my exec colleagues, in creating those changes. It's not about worrying about the nuts and bolts of what's going on with the technology. So, yeah, I know many people in my position who, this takes a toll on you. It's a hard job to keep coming and throwing yourself at every day. It's a really, really necessary role. Now, more so than anything, I've been talking about getting employees back into the office. This isn't just about giving them better tech. This is about creating cultures and environments that feel inclusive and, make people want to come into the workplace again. So I think that's what's so exciting about CIO roles. What I really like to see is more CEOs understanding that role, because quite often you'll find that a CEO wants you to default to the IT. They just want you to fix the plumbing. And you're never going to get the best out of, quite well-remunerated roles, very influential roles. Just let your CIO be your right-hand person and lead the charge, get the excitement going.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now, difficult to have a conversation about technology without mentioning Gen AI.
Oh, yeah.
Talk of the town in technology terms. I just wondered whether there's any insights or lessons that you've learned that you might want to be able to share with the IT community.
Yes. So, anybody who is struggling with this in their organisation at the moment will be grappling with do we need to put guidance around it? Do we need to stop people doing some things? Do we need to make it available to everything? And let's face it, it really just arrived on us very quickly, didn't it? So I think we're all still in the experimentation phase. My own view is that we shouldn't restrict people's use. We should ask them to adhere to the normal policies and protocols and guidance that you would do anyway. So I used to be a civil servant. When social media first came out, I didn't write a whole policy on how you use Twitter. I put out guidance that said, be a civil servant. Everybody knows what it means to be a good employee, good at your job. This is just another environment. So you have to think about it. So use it responsibly. Don't go putting personal data out on Gen AI. Do you know what I mean? That's just common sense. So let's not panic. Allow space for grassroots innovation. That the best ideas, in my view, have come from my colleagues. Some of them are just experimenting. Some of them have come up with amazing things. And then it's my responsibility to amplify that innovation and to create the infrastructure around it so that we can start to embrace it at scale. That's my view. I don't think it's rocket science, but then, I've seen a few things come and go in my time.
Yeah, well, we'll look forward to it with great interest, I'm sure. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.